Alright guys, we are doing a quick reading for this week coming up for work. What is coming up for my collective for this week? We are about halfway done with the signs. I'm trying to get this. The witch's outcast till someone sleeps with their boyfriend, then they need them to do an X. What kind of shit show are you about to walk into? Someone could literally, I don't know, if you work with a witch or somebody who does black magic, or you do black magic, like, someone could be coming to you this week. Like, whoever this is, though, don't go to a witch that does black magic, guys. Not even a love spell, because a love spell is also black magic. That shit, oh my gosh, that will backfire so hard. And I will tell you why, because a lot of people don't realize, you know, everybody thinks love is beautiful. You know, why would that be considered black magic? Because you're taking away somebody's free will. God himself did not take away our free will, whether we wanted to be with somebody, whether we were destined to be with them or not. You know, we have the choice. God gave us free will to choose either right or wrong, whether we want to be with someone or we don't want to be with somebody. You know, if God says, you know, that he's always going to take care of you. You know, if you're supposed to have a person and that person uses their free will to not be with you, they will send you somebody else. Somebody else who could even be even better. Anyways, so you don't want to do black magic on somebody, because what if your person breaks up with you and it's supposed to be that way because there's somebody else at the workplace, or somebody, not at the workplace, somebody else at the witch's workplace? What the heck? I don't know, maybe you're gonna go to a metaphysical shop or something. I don't know. Like, you're gonna go and you're gonna be like, yeah, you know, can you put this hex on somebody? And as long as you weren't putting a hex on somebody, like, if you literally go in and you meet somebody or a witch or something, and the first thing you're trying to do is like take away somebody's free will, and then you meet somebody else in that metaphysical shop or something like that, and they hear you, like, that person's never gonna trust you. That person is gonna be like, well, I don't want to hit on that person, because if I hit on that person, they're gonna just try to hex me. And that's for a very few of you. So a very few of you guys, it's gonna be someone that the witch works with, okay? Whew. Anyways, and the opposite, you know, like, if it's not someone that the witch works with, you know, if you could just be going to get a hex put on this person, or do black magic on them because you want them to come back, well, you call them back and now they're drawn to you. Yeah, they're going to be pulled to you. But if they return and you get back together, what then if the person that you were meant to be with was ready to come in then? And that was the whole reason why you split up, and now you pushed away your actual blessing because you didn't have faith in the divine that things happen the way that they were supposed to happen. Okay, somebody does need to find a balance in between work and time off. Like, you need to start paying attention. You need to, like, be able to This is somebody who feels like they're not getting the recognition, so they're putting in overtime. I mean, I can understand this, okay? Like, you know, like, if you're a YouTube tarot reader, eventually you're like, come on, this has got to, like, get where it needs to go. I mean, I completely understand. Like, I feel this part right here because, like, I've been doing tarot on YouTube for over 3 years. Like, I started in 2020, you know, and so it's been 3 years, and I have spent, I mean, if you look around my room, I could have bought a new car with the amount of money that I spent on cards, and with the amount of time that I even make my own cards. Like, and I have not made a single cent. So this could be someone who's like, listen, this has got to start paying off. Otherwise, I've got to step away from it. And so they're like, and it says a raise is going to come, or you will find an extra quarter in the vending machine. So it could be like, you know, you're going to put in all this extra work. You just want to see some kind of payoff, whether it's a quarter or whether it's $1 million. It doesn't matter, because like in your mind, you're starting to feel like your energy and your time and your effort has been, you know, taken advantage of. Like, I mean, I can see that. I can see that. So, like, just make sure you're finding a balance, though. Like, yeah, you can overdo it on work here, but just make sure you're finding balance for other things, too. Especially with your kids, because I'm not going to lie. I went somewhere today, and someone told me my son was really jealous before. And I've never seen my son jealous, okay? Because, like, I've always babied him. He's always been my baby. He's 18 now. But the way that they were talking, they were like, you know, it made me feel kind of bad, you know? But, I mean, now that he's working and he has his own thing, like, I know that he knows that I would never put, you know, anybody or anything above him, because I love him. But if you could just have somebody who's jealous and is like, I don't want anybody else in your life because I want time with you, which that is completely cute, guys. Like, if somebody doesn't feel that a little bit, that kind of means, you know, that, I mean, a little bit of jealousy, you know, shows that, you know, they love you and they want to spend time with you. You know, you don't want somebody to never miss you, somebody to never feel like you don't want somebody to never want to spend time with you. You know, because we only got one life and it's short. Now, let's get off of that. So, but this is, you know, at work, you know, you might be putting in a little bit of extra. Yeah. You got choices, you got decisions you got to make. You have many different options. You are getting ready to decide what it is that you want to do. I swear, if this is Virgo. Oh. Alright, so this Shadow Divination, that is his name. Oh my gosh, okay. He's on TikTok. I saw how he read his cards, and he said that if the card is sideways, that means that's what someone is currently going through, okay? So someone here right now is going through betrayal, deception. You know, they're dealing with somebody who feels like they got away with something. You know, someone is being dishonest. Someone is trying to scheme, you know, or strategize against this person. Because they feel like they lost an opportunity. Or they feel like someone has retracted an offer. Guarded workaholic, guys. You can't make this up. Guarded workaholic. Hustle and grind. Jealousy, envy, financial setbacks. Ooh. Guys, this literally says, you know, there's a setback because this person is seeing no rewards and lack of achievements. That's what this is. Or there's, but I think that there's just delays around it. Someone is not knowing their worth, because 9 of Cups fell in reverse there. Like somebody feels like they're not worth it. That's why this is coming in this way. The reason why you have delays is because you feel like you are not worth it. It's like you feel like you're not worth, you know, people spending their money or giving you a raise or leveling up the way that you see everybody else does. There's something inside of you, and I don't know what it is. There's like a something inside of you that feels like you're not going to accomplish it. You're not going to be able to achieve it. But you got to change that mindset, guys. I don't care if it takes you 1 day or 30 years or 3 years, you know, like me, 3 years, you know, like I changed. Okay, I'm going to tell this story. This is what changed my viewpoint on all of this. Like, it's still, you know, kind of, I'm not going to lie, it still kind of gets to me that, you know, I put in so much work and I've not seen a cent, and I could have used it the past while, like, quite bad, you know, because I am a single mom, but I'm good now. Like, I finally had another job come in, and I am good, and I'm able to pay everything, and I will have everything paid off, you know, by the end of this year. So I'm back on track. But this is somebody who is not seeing that. Like, this could be somebody who is putting in job applications and they're not getting callbacks. I just heard Leo. Okay, so I don't know what sign this is going to be, but I just heard Leo. Maybe Leo is putting in job applications and they're not hearing back. Okay, guys, the story that changed my life. It's the story of Joseph. How Joseph was the king's, like, go-to man, and there was, the wife lied on Joseph, and he got put into prison. And so he's down here in prison, and he has a dream, you know, and one person is going to be able to be free, you know, and he's like, you know, whenever you get free, come back and talk to me. Now, the other person didn't do anything bad at all either, but that person had been in this prison for like 2 years, you know, and so Joseph was in this prison for a really, really, really long time. But it was because God was preparing things. Like, it's like, you know, if he wasn't in that prison for that time, at that exact time, he would have never have met one of the other cellmates that was there that ended up getting out and becoming big, you know. And that guy promised Joseph, you know, like, whenever I get out, I will put in a good word, you know. So there are things that are going to work out for us. We just have to have faith. And it could be something as you start a YouTube. You instantly have 5,000 followers, okay? And because you instantly have 5,000 followers, you could think, you know, this is easy piece of cake. And you don't know what it's like to be on the side of struggling, to do something to get monetized, to get, you know, where you need to be. So you think that, you know, you just take it for granted. Meanwhile, you have other people who put in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and they're not seeing any effort. But the person who, when trials or tribulations or something comes, the person who just thought it's easy, they're gonna easily drop something like whatever, you know. But the person who's put in the work, it's gonna mean something. Kind of like with my son. My son was jealous because, you know, he thought that I was spending too much time with somebody else, and, you know, he wanted more time with me. Well, kind of like he was afraid that I was going to drop him. That's never going to be the case. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care what is going on. My son is never going to be one that's going to be dropped. Like, I might get busy and might get hectic here and there, but if my son ever wants me, he can call me at any time and he can be there. Like, why? Because he's my son. I have put the time and the effort and the work into that son. You know, I birthed that boy. Like, you know, I almost died with both of my sons, having both of my sons. And after the Eli, he was born so early, they had told me that he was going to be a 16-pound baby if I carried him full term because of my gestational diabetes. They said he would have been 16 pounds, but he came out so early. Like, they didn't want him to come out that early because they said it would have been super dangerous. He came out early, and he was still 8 pounds and 13 ounces, you know. And I got this huge little baby that's born, and he has no eyelashes, no eyebrows. You know, he didn't get a B in me full term because I almost died. Like, I got really, really, really sick. And I didn't even have time to come home and get my clothes. Like, I had just went for a doctor visit thinking that I was starting to get the flu. And I had started to lose weight, which at the beginning I had gained tons of weight because I had the gestational diabetes. It's just what it is. And they did the thing, and they were like, we have to induce you right now. We have to go cut you open and take care of this right now. So maybe that's what it's going to be. Someone's, you know, one person on one side could be like, you know, this has to happen right now. Like, you can't wait no more. Happen right now, Spirit. And then you have somebody over here who's like, you know, is dealing with it and, you know, is wanting to put the time and effort in. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I loved being pregnant. Like, you asked my ex-husband, who probably thought I was a huge bitch most of the time, would tell you that while I was pregnant, like, I was nicer. You know, like, I was happy, you know, because in my head, you know, like, I had something that loved me unconditionally. My kid. Anyways, so, you know, this could be someone this other person here who's went through a lot and they've struggled a lot. Well, if this person over here didn't, you know, got everything really quick, and this person over here put in a lot of hard work just to earn what they had. This person over here, when shit gets rough, or when people, you know, when they stop achieving something, you know, it's more so about the money and everything else there instead of what the actual purpose would be. And when this person over here, like, keeps trying to focus on the purpose and helping people, so if the money does or doesn't come, you know, they have the ability to withhold because they feel like they are doing their purpose. And they have the ability in the times where money is not coming in, that they feel like they can keep going because they've gave into something. They've surrendered to it. This is my purpose. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is the path that I'm supposed to be on. It's not meant to be easy. I would really like for it to freaking be a lot easier. But if this is my purpose, then that's okay. You know, I can make money somewhere else. You know, like right now I'm working multiple jobs. And then trying to fit this in every time I get a break. And I'm actually doing a whole lot more than I did before. Maybe that's what somebody's doing. I don't know. But just like Joseph, you know, one person, they were in there for a long time, and God could be preparing you. Kind of like, if it wasn't for Joseph, that one person would not have made it to where they were supposed to be. And then if that person didn't make it to where they were supposed to be, they would not have been able to help this other person here. So it's kind of like, you know, like the infinity symbol, you know, what goes around comes around, you know. You help one person, you know, it's going to come back to you, good or bad, you know. But there's also this time period of waiting where you're growing your faith. Like, because for the person over here, maybe they had to learn how to do something, to learn how to be patient, to learn how to just take things as it goes, or to learn how to fully appreciate something. Because say if this person over here was in this person's shoes, and say this person over here got it quicker because they were already able to handle it, like the stress, the emotions, you know, everything else like that, they were able to handle it. But there's a possibility this person over here was not ready to handle it yet, and that's the reason why they're in the delay, because they feel like they're not ready to handle it. So if a whole bunch of shit fell on this person's plate, like, it would have been way too overwhelming, is what I keep feeling, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you. At first, I was so because I'm an empath, and every time I did a reading at the beginning, like back here, where a lot of people made it, I would have been so overwhelmed, because I just now, after years, am able to finally handle having all of these emotions and these feelings, and that now hearing things and having downloads and having visions, like, because I'm not gonna lie to you, here somewhere in the middle, when I heard it for the first time, like, I was scared shitless, you know. Like, I was like, oh my God, I have all these overwhelming emotions now. Now I'm feeling not just the people that are around me's emotion. Now I'm feeling people that are nowhere near me emotions, because I'm touching these cards. Like, this is where it would tear me up, okay? Because I didn't know how to control my energy. Someone would ask me to do a reading, and before I could even respond, like, I would try to wait, because as soon as someone asked me for one, like, it would instantly make me pull their energy. And that's how my whole day would go, based upon how that person's life is. Why? Because what happens to a tarot reader, especially while they're pulling your cards or while they're pulling your energy, it's going to be something to help mirror to the people that we're helping. So I was sitting here and I was pulling all of these people's emotions. Like, I would be like going to work and I would be pissed off and all this other kind of stuff. And if I would have made it and there would have been a whole bunch of people coming at me all at once, and I did not know how to control my energy, and to see right here, I have a clover draw on my hand, on my wrist. Okay. That's how you block out the negative, okay? Like, it's one of the things that they used to do. I learned it in a thing, and this has helped me out greatly. I don't know why it works, but it does. Like, this clover has always been my twin flame symbol. That's why you see clovers everywhere. Now, when I started studying, and I'm a Virgo, I want to find out everything. I need to know every single little teeny tiny detail. On one of the decks that I'm making, I thought about doing a deck of symbols. And so I got this book about the symbols and everything, and when I flipped it open, there was clover. Well, back in the day, people would mark themselves with a clover because it would protect them from witches. Like, if someone is trying to do black magic on you, it protects you and shields you from witches, which, let's see here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I do have well, I'll have to show you later. I have a clover ring on my necklace right now, and I wear it all the time. Like, if it's not on my hand, it's on my necklace. And because that helps protect it's kind of like just a shield of protection, you know, where if somebody is sending you the evil eye, if they want to see you fail, you know, or if somebody is going to a witch to hex on you. Another one that you can do, where if you are feeling drained, you feel like everybody that's coming into your life, they're pulling all your energy, like, and people don't realize that they're doing it, like, and people also don't realize that readers, you drain a reader, like, even just sitting here, like, you would not think it, but when we're pulling energies, it wears us out. It's like running a marathon, because when you guys are having heart problems, we feel that shit. It makes our heart like speed up super fast. And I don't know why the heck this one is so long. I swear all the other ones were like 5 minutes, because it's taken a whole lot longer for you than everybody else. Okay. But anyways, if you feel like everybody is zapping your energy, grab some of the back of your hair, if you're a female, and make a braid and set with the intentions that you want your energy and your light to stay with you. You do not want anybody else's, but you want your energy and your light and your everything else to stay with you, you know? So if you're doing the braid and that's the intention that you're setting, you know, it will help you. Like, even if you don't believe that there's a clover here and this clover is going to protect against the like bad spells or whatever, your intention, if you just set the intention, that's you telling the universe, no, you know, this clover protects me, protects me, protects me, protects me. It protects me and it protects my children. It protects me. It protects my family. It protects me. It protects everybody that I love. You know, when you are, the words that you speak, what you speak about, you bring about. If you are setting the intention of, I'm drawing this clover to protect me, to protect my kids, to protect my family, to protect what I love, you know, that's you setting the intention with the universe. That's how you manifest, guys. You set it and you forget it. That's how I define manifestation. You set the intention and you forget about it. You set it and you forget it. Okay? It's kind of like, I want to be a YouTube tarot reader. You set it out to the universe and then you forget about it and you do your purpose. And that's okay. Whenever you're meant to have more people come in, that's when they will come. This is like, I think this is a lesson somebody is learning. You know, things will come when they are meant to. If they're not there yet, it's because you're not ready yet. And if you're not ready yet, the best thing that you can do is not get mad about a situation, not try to hex somebody. It's work on yourself. The more you heal you and you pass the tests, the more that you will reap in the long run. I don't know why I just said that. That was not the way that I was meaning to say that. I don't know, but my head just went foggy. Okay, somebody could just have like brain fog this week. You're going to have good news that everything is going to be okay. I don't know if this is like a doctor's, like, I don't know why I'm hearing doctors. Like, you could get an okay clearance from the, oh. Yeah, somebody could have just been sick. Okay. So, guys, you could have a kid that gets sick this week. Or you are a parent and you could be sick and then you get a good note that everything's okay. That it was just a small disturbance. I think this is a different situation. There's a situation here where somebody You could be feeling like somebody is not apologizing, they don't want to work together, they don't want to collaborate, whatever, and that's okay. This is where you set it and you forget it. You don't go hex them. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say this. Don't go hex them. And if you feel like someone is gonna try to hex you, set your intention, set it, forget it. Just let it go. If this person is meant to be in your life, if this situation is meant to be in your life, it will return. Like, you're learning something from a teacher, which hopefully you guys just hear this and you learn this from me. Okay? So in the time where things are not going your way, instead of focusing and pinpointing, well, you could do this and you could do this, or, you could do this, I want you to introvert in, not on your phones. I guess if you like learning coaching or healing or something on your phone, that would be fine too. But it's like you need to learn about yourself. Like me, I have a lot of pages I follow on Facebook and YouTube, because not a lot of people know this. Like, I went through a really bad narcissistic relationship and it tore me up. And it's why a lot of times I think that in my readings, I pull that, because I am a warning reader, and it's one of the things that I have learned from, because I am a highly sensitive empath. I attract narcissists. And for a lot of people that don't know, both of those situations have to do with childhood trauma. Okay? That's why you're attracted to each other. When you heal that childhood trauma, that's when you stop attracting the narcissist if you're an empath. Okay? If you don't know that, maybe we'll need to do something on that. But if you are an empath and you feel people and you keep attracting these narcissists that come in, they take advantage of you, they treat you like shit, they won't apologize, they won't compromise, they won't collaborate with you, they don't want to work with you, they want to control things, they want to manipulate, they want to gaslight and all this other kind of shit. Don't look at them. Don't look at every man in the world or woman in the world and be like, everyone is a fucking narcissist. I want you to look at yourself. Okay? And why am I attracting this in? I need you to do the healing work. Okay? All right, we're just going to get in. This reading is already freaking long as shit, okay? Why you attract narcissists is because the same thing that I said, how I've told you stories about my sons a lot? They say that a woman, if her firstborn is a son, it's because she's never felt unconditional love. Like, she's always felt like love came with conditions. Like, I had to be this, I had to do that, I had to accept people for exactly how they were, but I had to be perfect, and I had to have this done, and I had to have this done, and I had to provide this, and I had to do this, and I had to do this, and I had to do this, or somebody would not love me. Because the only times I was shown love was when I was perfect, when I was the good kid, when I was making straight A's, or if I failed my grades and my sister or my brother did really good, they got praised and I got ignored. It's kind of like that. And what that does is we go through life and then we have a son, and that son comes out and it's unconditional love. Like, instantly, this person who's never felt real love before, not real true unconditional love. You should probably watch Penelope. I love that movie. I don't know why that's coming out, but maybe somebody needs to watch Penelope with Christina Ricci. So when we meet this narcissist who instantly shows up like our son, they instantly give us all of this love that we feel is this unconditional love that came right at the beginning as our sons gave us, or this love that we always give to everybody else, but we had always felt like we weren't worthy of it. And here we have this person who's standing right in front of us, you know, telling us all of these things that we've been dying to hear, all of these things that, you know, even though they're lies, we want to believe that we were worth somebody to actually say it. You're just hearing it from the wrong person. And so what we do is we take on this narcissist. And for a mother who loves her son and she feels her son's love is unconditional love, she takes care of her son. Whether the son is wrong or right, mama is always going to love their babies. Whether they fuck up or whatever, they're always going to love their sons. You cannot do that with other people. Why? Because that person's not your child and that's how you're treating them. When that person shows you that they are a shitty human being, they're not your son to raise or your daughter to raise. They are the red flag that you are supposed to be moving away from. But your trauma says, this person came in and showed me all this unconditional love. It's what I've wanted my whole life. You know, I feel connected to this person. I've put in so much work for them. I can't give up on them like a mother does for a son. That's where you need to heal within you. Okay? Once you take that unconditional love that you feel for your son because you had never felt it from a partner before, and you take it off of your partner and you allow your partner to prove to you the words that they're speaking, and not just this love bombing and this gaslighting and this bullshit stuff that they're speaking, and you don't try to change them. You just, as who is it? Is it Mel Robbins? Robinson? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I follow her and I don't know why her name is not coming up. But she says, if someone wants to treat you bad, if somebody wants to walk out, if somebody wants to do this, if somebody wants to do something else, let them. Let them. Because by you letting them, you see where their actual heart is. By you telling somebody or the narcissist, hey, I need you to do this. First of all, narcissist, if you say anything to a narcissist about how you need something changed, and they fucking instantly are like, why are you fucking attacking me? Why do I always have to hear this shit? Why is this again? You know, just don't even say this shit. If you've pulled in a narcissist, don't even do it. Just let the narcissist do them and you do you. And if it works, it works. If it not, then, you know, move on. You know, but I don't suggest ever being in a narcissistic relationship, but sometimes, you know, it works. Sometimes. I mean, it takes a very strong empath and someone who is completely grounded to be able to handle it. Or a self-aware narcissist who goes to therapy, or a coach who helps them learn how to be a better person so that it can even out and you guys can collaborate, you know, if both people are willing to compromise, you know, like. But I have just completely lost my train of thought. Okay, yeah, and that is one of the symptoms of narcissistic relationships. Like, it's like you just instantly, they make you forget what was actually going on. They'll make you feel crazy, guys. They will. Anyways, so if you are attracting narcissists or anybody that fits a certain criteria, look back and find out why it would be that you draw that. Like attracts like. So when you heal your childhood trauma of not feeling like you were good enough or worthy enough, which is by releasing it and realizing that the whole time you were good enough, you were worthy of everything that everybody else was getting, that you were worthy of everything that you wanted, and you let it go, and you step into the now, and you realize your worth now. You're no longer going to attract a narcissist, because a narcissist does not know what they're worth. Narcissists are very insecure. They still have trauma that they have to heal. So that like attracting the like is not going to be going on anymore. You now have boundaries. You now love yourself enough to protect your heart. When somebody comes and says things to you, you're not just going to listen. You're going to watch and make them and see if they prove it. You're going to let them. You're going to let them prove their words to you. And that's how you're going to do better. And oh my gosh, like, this is just straight up a full reading. Like, okay, so you may feel like you're overloaded, but I get that you're persevering, okay? Like, it looks like for a normal person, they would be like, head down, like, I'm out, I'm tapping out. But I feel like you're jumping these hurdles. Just try to set yourself a schedule so that, you know, you can balance things out before time gets away from you. Make sure you're spending time with your kids and those that you love. And I feel like for anybody who's sad, they have somebody who loves them. And for others, this is talking about healing childhood trauma when we're older in the form of love, okay? Seeing love in a different light is what I just heard. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what sign is this? Gemini. Alright, Gemini, you got the freaking long, like, golden egg bonus, which I'm not even saying that. Okay, like, that's what I have for you, Jimmy. I hope this helped. I don't think I've ever pulled narcissist for you, which I'm sure you're not sad about. I'm sure you're not sad about. And since you're a Gemini, any narcissist that came towards you, you would just mirror that shit back to them anyways. But, so in other words, Gemini, if you have a narcissist come towards you, don't mirror back to them. Like, transform that energy and be yourself, okay? Be yourself. Be true to you. Your true, authentic you. You are enough. You are worthy enough. You are loved. You are loved more than just for your twinness. Okay, Jimmy, that's what I have for you. I hope this helped. If you like this video, please hit like, subscribe down below, and that way you'll get notified the next video. Until next time, as always, stay weird.